The following program is intended for mature audiences.
A democratic republic of sports. The Sportsocracy with ESPN Asheville hosts Tank Spencer and Jeremy Greene.
Welcome into the Wicked Weed studio. I'm Tank Spencer, Jeremy Greene alongside wickedweedbrewing.com. Drink Different, the 5-year draft recap of the New York Jets. This is Jeremy's favorite team, and I know they drive you crazy.
I pledge to not say fuck more than 30 times during this video.
Let's jump right into it. The New York Jets, they've got the opportunity this year with the number 2 pick in the draft. How have they done with their first-round picks in the last 5 years, though? Last year, they did pretty well. You get Mekhi Becton. He's a guy that you loved a lot, Jeremy.
I do, and I continue to. As a Jets fan, I have to say thank God for Joe Douglas, because for once I feel like we have a competent human being running our drafts. There will be no more Christian Hackerberg. I can't say that name without almost vomiting in my mouth. The Jets have been a god-awful drafting team. They literally don't have a first-round pick on their roster now from 2018 backwards. The only 2 ones we have on our roster are Quinnen Williams and Mekhi Becton. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's been talent. I thought the talent on Sam Darnold was good. Jamal Adams was obviously good. Darren Lee was an abject freaking disaster. But it feels like now they're in charge. The people in charge, the big boys have taken over, and they're running the room, and I'm pretty happy about that.
Mm-hmm. Quinnen Williams obviously has been a great addition to this team. Sam Darnold, unfortunately, you just couldn't put enough talent around him to make him successful as a first-round pick. But the Carolina Panthers, I think, are still getting a very talented quarterback, as you said. The Jamal Adams pick, the pick was good. The trade, I think, was better. Being able to get a couple of first-round draft picks over the next 2 years is something that's really going to help them out. But the Jets, that's the only Pro Bowler that they have drafted in the last 5 years.
Well, the Jets have just done a really poor job. I feel like Joe Douglas did a better job last year. But between 2008 and now, do you know how many players they drafted that played 100 games in the NFL?
No.
8.
Ugh.
In 12 years. Now, granted, some of the guys, later guys, they haven't had the chance to play that many games. Mm-hmm. But you drafted 8 guys that not 100 games for you, 100 games, period. That's how many guys you drafted that lasted in the league more than 6+ years. And that's just putrid. I mean, there's a lot of, I could give you a lot of them. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of Vlad Dukas, Kenrick Ellis, Antonio Allen, Josh Bush, Taj Boyd, Jeremiah George, Jalen Saunders, Dexter McDougal, Jason Morrow, Lorenzo Bolton, James Harrison, Bryce Petty, son of a...
All right, calm down. But since Joe Douglas came into the building, you feel at least a little bit better about what you've drafted over the last couple of years.
I promise I'm not going to get that angry again. I need to not read back through that list and remember all of the broken hopes and dreams that I've had as a Jets fan over the years. I do feel better about Joe Douglas. Mm-hmm. The draft last year, Bryce Hall was one of my favorite picks of the draft, getting him in 5th. I just feel like this is a team that's now run by a guy that knows how to evaluate talent. And I think moving forward with the war chest of picks he has, he'll be able to do that.
Well, I mean, if you look back at last year's class, I think there are 5 guys at least in that class that you think can play in the league for quite a while.
Becton, Denzel Mims, Ashton Davis, LaMichael Pirine, Bryce Hall. Braden Mann was fantastic. He's just a punter. Mm-hmm. And Jabari Zuniga, we have no clue what he's going to be because he only played 8 games.
I believe in the talent.
But he did add Bryce Huff, who I really like as an undrafted free agent.
Jabari Zuniga he's not quite Ja'Kai Polite.
No, he's not Ja'Kai Polite, and I'll be really interested. This is a guy that nobody talks about. I'll be interested to see how Rob Salah uses him, considering how many defensive linemen he likes to use.
Yeah. So looking back at the last 5 drafts, let's talk about the best draft picks that the New York Jets have had that were not first-round picks. So we're looking at value guys over the last 5 years.
Trying to find my center because this list pisses me off.
All right, last year, Bryce Hall.
I liked Bryce Hall. I could have put Ashton Davis there. I could have put Denzel Mims there. Mm-hmm. You know, it's early. It's hard to decide that. I think Bryce Hall is going to be the best value guy. Going back to 2019 is Bless Austin. That should tell you everything you need to know about the 2019 draft and how well that went. Thanks, Mike McCagnon. You fuck stick.
And your boy Chris Herndon in 2018, just a guy who you always thought that he was going to be something, but he just never turned into anything.
I still believe in the talent in Chris Herndon, and I think Mike LaFleur might be able to get the most out of him. He's still a talented guy. It's just, Adam Gase. Adam Gase could screw up a blowjob. He'd talk through it or
something.
Yeah, I don't know what he did.
I don't know.
This is my team. Yeah, he just yelled. Hey.
The second round in 2017, you took Marcus May, and this is a guy that you've already picked up the option on. You're paying him money.
Hey, we
finally got one. You finally got one, and then. Really, I'm kind of shocked by the 2016. Really, Christian Hackerberg's not the guy.
I will kick you in the throat. And since you're 5'4", it's not that hard for me to get my foot that high.
Wasted the second round pick on Christian Hackerberg, but in the third round picked up Jordan Jenkins.
Jordan Jenkins is a good player. He's moved on this year. I think he will still have he's one of the most underrated pass rushers in the league to me. He's never going to be a huge sack guy, but he's a consistent guy, and he was one of the hits under the previous regimes. There's a lot of names in that I don't ever want said to me again. Idzik is a bad word in my house. You say that, I would rather you say fuck your mother than say John Idzik's name in my house.
But again, it's a different regime. You got a brand new head coach in Rob Salah, who surrounded himself with good talent evaluators. Joe Douglas obviously knows how to run a team and how to build some stars. So hopefully things are looking up for your New York Jets.
I would agree.
I'm Tank Spencer. He's Jeremy Greene. Don't forget, we will be live in the Wicked Weed studio for all 3 days of the NFL Draft. Starts on Thursday, April the 29th. Be sure to like and subscribe to this here channel. We got 5-year histories of the NFL Draft for all teams. Check out the playlist for your favorite team and all the other ones, of course, as well. Again,
and as a Jets fan, be sure to check out the team needs video for the Jets, which is connected to this part of the video. Should be right around my face right about now. Be sure to check that out too, so I can tell you what the Jets need and who would best fill those needs in the April 29th NFL Draft.
Go online, check out our friends at wickedweedbrewing.com. Wicked Weed Brewing, drink different. We'll see you next time.